Mike, turn your games down.
Hi everybody, welcome to another movie episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albetin, and who is Chop Chop Choppity like this movie with me tonight?
I am Joe Butler, and everybody say the line. I've got one. I've got not one, not two, not even three, but 4 guns, bitch.
Okay.
This is Rohn, and I'm here. I watched this. I'm here.
Well, hello, it's me, old Nate, to tell young Nate that he's the best of us all.
And it's Mario from Bias Gaming. How you guys doing?
We'll see.
See,
What a loaded question, Mario.
listen, I had nothing to say to quote for this movie because it was that bad to me.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun conversation.
I'm Tony Garcia, or at least I'm a clone of Tony Garcia.
You think you're a clone now? Because there always seems to be more than one of you around. So we are here to talk
maybe
about,
not.
we are here to talk about a movie that I've been meaning to put on the show for 6 years, and I've been meaning to watch for 9 years. Resident Evil: The Final Chapter, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, written by Paul W.S. Anderson, and came out a production company, Screen Gems, Constantine Film, Davis Films, Impact Pictures, distributed by Sony, and came out in 2017.
You call this movie written?
What?
You call this movie written?
I mean, there was a written script.
There were
In
words
theory.
on a page that they referred to.
I mean, I have watched worsely made movies than this, and I have watched worse movies in general than this.
I
Stuff it
wonder
This is up there.
I wonder how many rewrites this movie had, like, on set, where they would, like, finish filming for the day, and then they would come back the next day, and they're like, okay, so we rewrote this.
Oh,
I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather get sunburned again and watch this again.
no, I hate being sunburned. But I want to start with memories. So I didn't see this in theaters. I saw 3, 4, and 5 in theaters. I meant to see this. I didn't get a chance to. And I was always like, man, I need to watch this movie someday. And then when we started doing the RE movie 6 years ago, I was like, oh, I won't watch it until I do it for the show. And then we just kind of been slowly getting to them. I did one every year until last year I missed 5. And then we did 5 a few months ago. And I was excited to watch this and finally cross it off my to-do list. I was, keyword.
Are you proud of yourself?
We will get there. And Joe, what's your history?
Sorry, I'm eating sweet, delicious shrimp because I haven't eaten dinner yet. Sorry, weird
You're fine.
question. That's also why I'm not on camera for people that are in chat. But I saw this in theaters when it came out. I was super excited. Me, my husband, like 2 of our friends, like we all got tickets and saw this movie. I had a great time watching this. I love seeing this in theaters. And also, spoiler alert for this, I love this movie. So while you guys sit here and shit talk it, I'm going to be in the background eating delicious shrimp and drinking soju.
Nice.
See, even he can't defend this movie and he loves it. See?
I'm going to defend this movie. I love it.
All right. I look forward to hearing your defenses so I can shit on him. I look forward to it. Normally I don't say that, but I have strong feelings. Ron.
So my experience with this movie and series of movies in particular is I watched this movie for the first time for this, but to make sure I had I knew everything else about this series, I watched the entire series in a weekend.
Wow.
And
My condolences.
yeah, man, it wasn't good.
Man, maybe like 10 years ago, I would have been right there with you. I'm like, yeah, let's do that.
I did it. I'm not proud of it.
And Nate.
Mike, if I had any memories of this movie, I would go get a lobotomy, so I would have no memories of this movie.
And Tony.
Yeah, I saw this with my sister back whenever it came, and I think I told this story during the Retribution episode. They played a trailer for RE7 before the movie, and behind us there's like a girl that went, "There's Resident Evil games," but yeah, like I've seen all but one of these movies in the theater, and it's so crazy to think of the fact that I was like finishing high school when the first one came out, and I was like a working adult, when the last one came out. Damn.
At least you weren't
Like-
an old Tony in a wheelchair that had a younger Tony that you had to give your memories away to. So, hey. And Mario.
That's my dad.
I saw this in theaters. At the time, I enjoyed it, but as the years went on, especially for this show, I fell asleep to this movie at least a few times, to the point where I tried to rewatch it yesterday. No. You know what? And Joe knows, normally I defend every single one of these movies, but this one. This one I genuinely hate because
I get it.
It retcons a lot. The ending you see coming from the beginning. I mean, the only good thing about it is that someone in this movie became Black Widow for a little bit, and it gave my favorite character in the series the stupidest death of all.
So, funny enough, there are
You know how little that narrows it down.
That doesn't narrow it down. Surprisingly.
I know we're all sad at the death of Dr. Isaacs, but don't worry, we'll get there.
No, hell no. That was
I will admit though, there are two very specific issues that I have with this series. We'll get to both of them. One is actually not even the series; it's the actor. No, the other one I've mentioned to you specifically on this podcast before.
It's one of the issues
Mr.
that
Michelson.
it exists.
No, shut up.
Remember?
But we'll get there. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I was excited going into this because I've never seen this movie before, and I've always wanted to watch it, but I've been purposely waiting until the podcast so I could watch it for the first time with fresh eyes for the review eyes. And, it's probably a good thing because...
Are you proud of that?
This movie is something else, and it ain't nice. I like the series. I really do like the series. I mean, yeah, they're campy, they're stupid, they're not great movies, but they're Resident Evil, they're fine. I enjoy them. And this, I didn't enjoy anything about this film. This is also just a badly made movie. Expensive, but badly made.
Yeah, I feel like part of the whole thing of this movie too, which I admit does a little bit show. I feel like after the last movie, this movie must have gone through God knows how many scripts, because as I've said before, and we'll say for one last time, as we will say throughout this movie, they obviously had a script ready, and then they changed it because they do retcon every single fucking thing that happens from the last movie.
And it's awful. It's like so in the second movie, as we might remember, or depending on how long, for some people it's been a long time like me, in the second movie, it shows that the daughter, who is the Red Queen, and the reason why the virus is made by some guy that's in that movie. I forget his name.
It's Dr. Ashford.
Ashford.
He's the reference to the Ashford family.
Yes. And then in this one, they completely change it. That is Marcus.
Yeah. Marcus,
Yeah.
who is a reference. I don't think his name actually showed up in the games until Resident Evil 0.
James Marcus, yes.
Yeah, because he was one of the co-founders. Yeah, because
that's fine. Like, if they would have said that there were two creators or this was a different virus, fine. But when you find out that it's based on his daughter Alicia, who just happens to be Paul Anderson and Mila Jonovich's daughter. Wow. I was just like,
hold up.
Really?
So really quick.
Really?
The Red Queen had an English accent in the original.
Yeah.
Angela Ashford in the second movie had an English accent.
Yep.
Where is this one's English accent? Because she doesn't have an English accent in this one.
She's a different character because that doesn't count. Forget that movie.
Yeah, because they completely and it's even really dumb because in the second movie they were it's Angela Ashford, who's the daughter of Dr. Ashford, and she had the same condition as her dad, and so her dad developed this virus so that she could walk, but he also had to develop an antiviral so that it wouldn't cause her to mutate. There's at least some core logic there. And then in this, there's nothing.
So dumb thing I just thought of now that makes this movie even worse for me is that in the first movie, they have an antivirus, they have a few. And for some reason, years later, there's only one new antivirus of the same virus inside the hive.
Yes.
And that's the only one in existence.
No.
That's enough.
So no. That's a retcon. So not a retcon, but it is a retcon, but
it's a retcon.
Sense.
Stupid retcon. It's a retcon.
We now have it to where, which actually I take that back. 3 stupid things. They now reveal that they paid the clone, which he is a clone, because spoiler alert, if Alice is a clone, then he must have also been a clone. They made a clone instead of it being a random guy who threw the virus to basically just escape with the virus to sell it. It was now a man-made, hatched plan by the Umbrella Company to kickstart the apocalypse. Even though I'm pretty sure at some point they say they did not plan on this happening. I'm pretty sure the 3rd and 4th movie
Forget the 3rd and 4th movie. Those don't count.
They say an extinction.
Yeah,
only
Extinction,
this
they're
movie
we did not plan for this to happen.
Counts in this series. There are no other movies. There's only this movie.
But even still, that's a stupid plan because yet again, I talked about some Retribution. They can make clones. They don't need viruses to take over the world. They just make an army of clones.
But remember, Ron, in this movie, they're trying to save global warming. So their solution instead of the planet getting too warm, let's just kill everybody on the planet.
No,
what are the odds that like they were writing this movie and they were like, oh yeah, that one doctor created the T virus for his daughter. What was his name again? Marcus.
Not actually
Either that or like at some point they were like, we need more references to names in the game. And then someone was like, well, my kid played Resident Evil 0 and they talk about a Dr. James Marcus.
I think you're giving too much credit to the people that made this movie when I'm pretty sure it was Anderson said, how can I work my daughter into this movie and make her connected to her mother, Mila Jonovich? Oh, we'll just rewrite everything we already established for 5 movies.
Hold on now. I will give this movie credit. I do believe they had the clone aspect coming since the beginning. I will defend that fact from this movie.
I'm okay with that part.
Michelle Rodriguez says it in the commentary.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. And the clone thing was there because even in the third, the third movie opens with the clones being disposed of, but the purpose of the clones was different because the purpose of the clones was Alice was made and she bonded with the T virus, and then they were making the clones because they wanted to recreate Alice, and now they're
they want to be able to redo the T virus on a cellular level to make it better to basically hone in the zombies. That was their reasoning.
Yeah, but you also have the whole. Well, I think that's actually a pretty good concept because the idea behind that original series is the reason why they couldn't get the clone of Alice to stick with the virus is because you can't do anything with a copy of a copy, which is a normal thing in media. And then that also goes into what was it? The other concept as well, as no one would know Alice is a clone because technically you would need a certain level of security clearance to know that fact. So they're sitting there thinking, "Oh, Alice must be the original," while not knowing that she's actually an OG, an OG clone, basically.
That's not my issue. I would be okay if she turned out to be a clone. My issue is all the retconning to make it fit when you already had an established canon that we saw, and you don't even try to disguise it. You just say, "Nah, forget you, fuck you. You like that movie? Nah, that didn't happen. We changed it. You don't remember."
I think the weirder part, which is,
sorry,
it's okay. It's okay. I'll work around it because I do have moments from this movie too as well, and we'll get there.
Oh,
but
I gotta say after.
Yeah, I also think it's really weird that you also have this. Like, I understand sometimes maybe people don't want to come back, but of all the actors you chose to come back, you pick the guy that you killed. Was it once or at least twice in 2 other movies?
He's only in the third movie.
Only third movie? Okay. Yeah. And you have so many, you really could have made the main bad guy Wesker if you really wanted to.
Easily.
Well, especially
wasn't he killed in Afterlife?
Especially since in this movie, the main villain is just the game version of Wesker, but as an old man.
With Wesker still being there.
Yeah, but with Wesker still being there.
We want to talk about this movie also opens with the biggest fucking letdown of any movie I have seen besides Alien vs. Predator, which, fun fact, Paul W. Henderson did that movie too. And so the way 5 ends is you see them at the White House, all these zombies are going to attack. And I remember when I saw that in theater, I said, oh, I cannot wait for the 6th movie someday. And I knew it wasn't in here because people had told me, you guys had told me, but man, when this movie starts up, I'm just like, oh yeah, that happened, and it was a trap, and Leon and Ada and Jill, we're not even going to mention their names, we're just going to say it's a trap, we're not even going to mention that they died, we're just going to forget they were even existed, because
we don't
care about them.
The Death Child's also dead.
Oh, there was a Death Child? I forgot. Oh yeah!
Yeah.
But that is the biggest, what the fuck are you doing? Why? Oh, no, because we want to make this movie centered on Mila Jonovich and Paul Anderson's daughter. That's all we care about.
So I looked into this too.
Her daughter?
Yes.
Daughter, yeah.
No. In the movie, yeah. In this one, yes, it's really her daughter. But what pisses me off about this movie is that I actually took my time to actually look into, what is the timeline of these movies? Where does this one take place compared to the previous one? Oh, a few months. One says 2012, one says 2016, one says 2015. No, there's no continuity timeline in these movies whatsoever. But apparently, this is supposed to take place in 2012.
Crazy.
To be fair, this is the first Resident Evil movie. If you ask this movie, there were no others.
No,
They didn't have them.
no.
I mean,
You can still
does anyone
include the first one, Mike?
Does anyone else remember the zombie apocalypse of 2012? It was.
Oh yeah, that was that. I also want to mention too, which you could blame Paul W.S. Anderson.
I will.
Don't forget though, these games also go under like Capcom kind of does have to approve stuff a lot too. And I also feel like Capcom, we all agree Capcom at one point was shitty. This also came out when there were like no Resident Evil games at all.
This
like
is
in the last
2017.
Yeah, Resident Evil 7 had been out.
Has
No,
Resident Evil 7 been
it was
out?
coming out.
No.
No,
No,
it was
Resident
coming
Evil
out.
7 was January of 2017.
Yeah, this
When
is
was it?
January of 2017 also.
Yeah, so we haven't had what is that? 5 years we haven't had a Resident Evil game then? A mainline game?
I thought
something
this
like
came
that.
out
I think
this
before
summer.
4 or 7, I think was Revelations 2.
The last one was 6.
They got Claire's look for this movie.
Oh yeah. Revelations is the mainline game, so that kind of is a weird thing. But also 6 didn't do so hot, so they don't steal anything from it. That's really what ended up happening. Yeah, but back then we didn't think that.
I did.
The one thing I will give this movie is getting Claire's costume right. We're pretty good.
So
But
Claire's back.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I like Ali Lauder. I mean, she was great in Heroes, but I just can't see her as Claire.
It's an okay Claire, I think.
He's fine. My
We
only issue
want-
with her in this movie is the guy that ends up being a traitor. They have to put like, oh yeah, we're sleeping together, just so she can shoot him later and you feel bad.
You don't feel
Which
bad.
was something
Fun.
they took from Rev 2 as well.
Who was sleeping with who in Revelations 2?
No,
Yeah,
no
she
one-
was-
No,
No,
Claire had a
dating
boyfriend, or they at least they skimmed the idea that they were dating, and he ends up I forget the guy's name, but he ends up being
Neil.
he ends up being a traitor. Oh yeah.
Neil something.
Yeah, he's
Neil
the guy. He's the-
Blomkamp.
Yeah. No.
That's not
His
his
name
name,
was
that's
Neil, and he
Okay,
was
I
like,
recognize that name, but I don't know how.
As the District 9 director.
yeah.
Oh,
No,
that's
it's
why I
not. It's
knew
not
that
that. But yeah,
name.
it's Neil. He looks like a knockoff of the protagonist from Uncharted.
You also have to control Moira to kill him to get the good ending.
I
Well,
played that game and I still have no idea. You guys do not remember anything what you guys are talking about right now. But
I'm
that's,
going to beat him with a hammer.
I have no memory, Joe. I play games. I
With,
cover them. I encase them in an audio file, and then I take the memory and delete it and
get
move
me
on.
started on Moria Burton and her hang-ups. At some point, Claire needed to just slap her in the face and go, listen, there are literal monsters here. Get your shit together. You got to actually do something. But
we all-
If you see, she actually grows as a character.
But
Okay,
no,
anyway.
Claire's fine. I have no
Yeah.
problem with Claire in this movie. I don't have a problem with her coming back. I have an issue that they didn't get Jill and at least Jill back. I mean, or she got Jill, Leon, and Ada since you introduced them, but I know it was a scheduling conflict. They were busy, but like, then put your movie off for a little bit, maybe.
Well,
you know?
I do know that the beginning of this one and the ending of the last one takes place within a few months.
Yeah, but
I
we
mean,
wanted that scene that you tease in the end of that movie.
I think it still would have been bad if we did have Leon, Jill, and Ada, and whoever.
Oh, I'm not
else.
saying it'd be good. It would just be one less thing for me to complain about.
Where's her powers at? Because we saw her eyes go olive at the ending of the
no,
last movie.
it turns out Wesker was lying to her or betrayed her.
But
or
her
something, and
eyes
she
went
lost her powers.
olive.
No, she
Yeah.
still had the
But
power.
there's a
Happened.
line later on. But there's a line later on when someone says, "We're like the little girl is like Wesker betrayed you and took away your powers again."
Yeah,
And
that
so-
made me mad.
Wait,
And
did that happen?
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
and there's
Yeah,
like-
that Red Queen is like, or no, maybe it's Isaac when he
I don't
has
know.
her in
It's the Red
the
Queen.
little
it's
Which one?
the battalion,
Yeah.
and he's like, Wesker tricked you and betrayed you and said he gave you his powers back, but he didn't. Everything in this movie feels like a kid wrote it and was like, "This is what happened," and then the kid in the next sentence was like, "But it was a trick." Like it didn't happen.
I think it's so
Isaacs.
funny when they're like when they're like, oh, Alice lost her powers, but yet she's still the best ever at fighting and doing all the action hero stuff without any powers. When in the first movie, the actual good one, there's deliberate parts where they point out her bonding with the T-virus is what's making her good at fighting. There's stuff that happens where with some of the zombies where she like kicks them or hits them and like it specifically focuses and shows her being like, "What? How'd I do that?" And it's like, yeah, it's because you're bonding with the T-virus. And that
from the
just
first movie?
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
first movie, there's scenes that they
Yeah.
reference it.
I thought because like I don't. Well, it's been a while since I've seen the first movie, but I thought it was because like because what's his face? This is
Isaacs.
one of the SWAT guys. No, the dude that gets cubed in the first movie. I forget his name.
One. His name is One.
Yeah, I thought he like told her in the first movie like she's part of like a security team or something, so she's had like
Yes.
extensive training and she had like
But
remember
they
it.
do reference it too that she's starting to have like that she is affected by the virus. I mean, you really see the effects in 2, but I think there are like they were starting to plant the seeds.
They're planning to see, but they don't actually confirmed it in the second one because they don't say anything about her being infected in the first one.
No, but she does things that she shouldn't be able to do.
Yeah, but it's just like even when she doesn't have any powers, she's somehow still just the best at fighting and shooting and doing all the action hero stuff. And it's like, what? But shouldn't you just be kind of like a normal person?
I mean, that's not the worst thing of the movie.
Oh, no.
So
I mean,
Well, hold on. Let's go 10 minutes
in the movie is all of the cuts between scene.
Oh, God.
I was getting
cut.
so mad.
It's just
I had
like,
to sit back from my TV because of all the flickering from the cuts and like because it was hurting my eyes.
I'm like,
so Nate,
it's just a character walking. That's
I have a question.
Why are you cutting 3 different times?
Do you think the guy who made Beautiful Joe that went cut was the guy that edited this movie? So that's why he kept cutting all the time?
No, Beautiful Joe's a perfect game.
I just had to make that dumb joke.
And that guy would not be anywhere near this.
But and then here's another thing. So you know how, what is it, like 15 or 20 minutes into the movie, and they're in Raccoon City, and they're on the walls, and they're fighting the zombie armies.
Oh my
and
God.
There's the one
That's
Dr.
far to
Isaac
go.
clone who has like the religious van, and he's trying to break in, and he sends that lady out as bait, and it's so obviously bait, and they fall for it. And I'm like, why would they fall for that? Like,
because she meant so much to them, you know. I mean, she was one of their team, so they had to. Oh wait, never mind. It was just some random woman. Okay,
it was just a random lady.
We're going to sacrifice this entire tower to save nobody that we know.
It's like
just
you're
because
in the middle of fighting hundreds of zombies, and you see this random lady. Like, it's like, but you guys have already been at the apocalypse for years at this point. Why don't you just be like, well, sucks to be you, lady? Like,
yeah, that
one thing about that
reminds me
about
too.
that scene
There's
that was
also,
So really quick, if Isaacs or fanatical Isaacs couldn't handle Alice without powers, how the hell did he behead 4 other Alice clones with powers?
plot armor in that movie.
Which movie? You just see
third one?
4 heads of Alice
he does have
in a
4.
box.
But that was off
do
screen.
you?
Remember, that's in the previous movie that we never got. That's from the that's from the prequels that never released the first 5 of the series.
Also remember how they made a specific point about how after Alice found all of her clones, she was going to go after Umbrella, and then that didn't happen.
Yeah, they blew up all her
all.
clones in one factory. Yeah,
And yet somehow he killed a few more Alices over the years, and
Or he
put
just
them
took their bodies from the
perfectly
factory and kept them.
preserved in a little cube thingy in that tank.
don't worry about it. Did you know there's only 4,443 humans left in the world?
Oh god, that whole thing where they're like, you have to get the antiviral released in this amount of time, or they're gonna die. Yeah, or they're gonna die, and the timer gets on like 30 minutes, and I'm like, but wait, doesn't the movie seem to be like these survivors are under attack? How would a timer be that exact? Like,
Don't worry about it, Ron. Don't worry about it. I
think the idea is supposed to be is like, hey, if you do not get the virus, which is, I will admit, is a little goofy. So the idea isn't supposed to be that they know the timer's being it. I think the idea is supposed to be is if they do not get the virus by that point, they will not be able to save the world, I guess. Don't ask me. I'm not sure.
They say it in the movie that the last outpost of humans will be dead if you do not drop it on the ground. They do not say where that last outpost is. Apparently, it's not the outpost in Raccoon City because fuck all those guys.
It's some other random place.
And also,
anyways,
Moonraker taught me that if you're going to put a virus that's going to affect the whole planet, you have to launch it into the atmosphere in big green glowing cubes. You can't just drop it on the ground and think it's going to work.
I mean,
no one in the history of ever has said Moonraker taught me.
I know. I thought about that today.
Man.
I was like, you know what?
Man. Hold on.
Moonraker did this better. How the hell does Moonraker top you? That movie is the dumbest Bond movie.
They could not go to space in this people.
So I also have a funny complaint too. I understand that Alice has to get the cure for the T virus. If I had nickel for every time we had it, I'm not spoiling RE9. Anyways, so when I don't understand why the point of having a timer when you have 3 instances where it goes, Alice, you have 48 hours left. She gets knocked out, wakes up, has 24 hours, gets knocked out again, wakes up and has like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that whole thing where it's just like, well, wait a minute. Like, why don't you just start at when she has that small amount of time left?
Because it's more tense that way.
Just say, go get the cure, or Umbrella will kill everyone. That's like the easiest thing you could have done.
If it was a case where they're like, if you don't drop the cure, they're going to launch their attack on the last outpost, and let's say the outpost had someone that we cared about, like the blind daughter, the deaf daughter that we decided to get rid of from the previous movie.
Or like it could just be like Umbrella's gonna launch a missile at the last outpost. And that could be what the timer is for.
Yes, but these are better thought scripts than what they thought of.
You mean in that, like, I pulled it out of my ass on the spot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Say, I want my daughter in the movie. I want my daughter in the movie. You didn't do that, so you actually were thinking coherently.
We can't complain because.
Oh, we can complain.
They go back to Raccoon City. They go back to Raccoon City in RE9. That game's got a 9 out of 10. I'm
not complaining that they went back to Raccoon City. I'm complaining that the movie's stupid. I'm also like, okay, another dumb thing, because I'm watching it in the background. The whole tank thing, where the tank is fine. I was like, okay, it's dumb, but okay. But the part when he says cast her out, and all of a sudden all the prisoners start chanting too, I'm like. First thing, why are these random people here? Second thing, why are they chanting with the guy that's going to throw them out too? It was just weird. It's like, this isn't Unitologist in Dead Space. This isn't like, what is going on here?
Also, we have to make the bad guy religious.
But he's not, because there's no reference to any god or there's nothing. It's just the one part where they make a religious thing. So she's a non-believer, and that's it. There are no other comments about religion. There is it's awful.
Well, I think that's supposed to be which is even stupider. I think it's supposed to be the red herring where you think that's actually him. So when he does come out of his fucking popsicle tube, you don't realize that the one in the tank is actually the clone. I guess.
Yes, but I could even have given a shit when he showed up, and there were two, and one was Terminator.
It doesn't matter if you didn't know that because the movie stops to tell you about it, and then for some reason they stop and go, but how are the clones so effective at doing whatever it is they do? Oh, it's because they all think they're original. And then it leads to like the one kind of cool thing where the clone just stabs the original and he dies, which is kind of funny.
That was a cool moment. Movie's got one out of one or two, So,
I have a comment about that, but we'll get that towards the end of the movie. I kind of want to like go through the beginning a little bit and kind of get to the ending. So I'll complain one thing.
Oh, do you want to do a plot summary, Joe? Because I forgot to even have you do that. I was too busy.
No, don't worry about it. We're already in it, so don't worry about it.
No, I want to hear this. I want to hear this plot.
Or you'll hear my
quotes.
There is plot. Alice wakes up in the destroyed New York after the final retcon to do one final task. Whatever. To do one final task, which is to save the world for the final time by releasing the T-virus in the one place it would obviously be a Raccoon City, a hidden base that no one knew about, of course. So for the final time, Alice will save the world in Resident Evil, the final chapter.
Okay. Well said.
Okay, so here's the thing about that. So she wants to save the world, and then she says, Claire and that guy, open up the barricade, let this lady in. Oh no, close the barricade. And then watches them, says, keep that area secure. And as they're fighting, more and more zombies are coming in, and then someone gets bit, and Claire's like, we gotta fall back. And Alice goes, you need to fall back. And then drops liquid hot magma on the zombies. And I'm like, why would they need to defend that portion of the base just for you to do that?
If they didn't defend that portion of the base, and the random blonde woman with no name wouldn't have gotten eaten at that scene. You would have saved her life. We couldn't have that.
She could have just been like, hey, get to safety because I'm about to drop liquid hot magma with Ruby Rose down there.
But Paul Anderson wanted to get the blonde woman eaten.
So we're going to get into it because someone said her name. We've been getting into it. I am not the biggest fan of Ruby Rose.
Does she have issues?
I never even knew who she was at the time.
Here's a fun fact that I'll get into right now, real quick. Ruby Rose is basically... Are any of
these facts fun, Joe?
Yes.
Are they really?
Yes. Ruby Rose is a actress that basically has the acting talent of Ronda Rousey. The only reason why she gets a pass because when she became an actor, she revealed she was bisexual, and everyone was like, bisexual actress? That means we can cast her in movies where she dates a man and a woman, but she can't act her way out of a cardboard box. So everything she's in is kind of bad. It's not unacceptable, but also everything she does is kind of cursed because she's bisexual. You have a bunch of people going, oh my God, she's bisexual. That makes me angry in my part. So she ruined the role in this. She ruined this movie, I believe, honestly. I will say that as we get... No, I'll get there.
From the moment it was created.
No, I'll get there. Trust me. We're going to talk about it. She ruined Batwoman because everyone hated her in Batwoman, and she got Batwoman canceled.
She got hurt on set, I think.
Probably. I don't know. Well, no, that series was doomed from the beginning as well because she was in it, because everyone hates her, which is fair. And then she was also made popular in Orange and New Black because she was bisexual.
Never got that far. She's kind of hot. I can't complain too much. I liked her in this, and then they throw in her fan. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
So, out of all the dramatic scenes in this movie, I was sitting in the movie theater with my then boyfriend, now husband, and they were really ramping up that scene of someone might be thrown into the fan, and it starts inching to where it's probably going to be Ruby Rose. And I looked at my husband in the movie theater and went, are they really wasting this dramatic scene on Ruby Rose? Because honestly, if it was Claire, I probably think this movie had the balls to do that and appreciate it a little bit more. But it's just a character that they spent a whole bunch of money getting in the movie, so they had to give her a dramatic death.
And it's not even a dramatic death. Like, you see it coming as soon as the fan blades start. You're like,
no. The moment they were crawling through the fan blades, I was like, oh, somebody's going to get chopped up in this.
It's a dramatic death. Her death is the only death in this movie where the music ramps up, there's no dialogue, and there are cuts to you not knowing who will die. And when you realize it's going to be her, it gets more dramatic for no reason.
But nobody cares.
That is my second of 3 issues in this fucking movie. They did that for nothing.
She's just there. She doesn't matter. Then she dies, and you're just like, okay.
I want everyone, as much as I hate to say it, rethink of that scene, but imagine if it was Claire and she just died. That actually would have made the movie at least have
Leon, Ada, the deaf girl.
Or you know what? Care about.
Don't you dare put Jill on that list.
I don't want her to die, but she did die. She didn't even make it in the movie. Yeah. They killed her before the movie starts.
How about this? After all of the nonsense... How about this? After all of the nonsense in the hive, that entire sequence, which, oh man, I feel like we could talk about that forever, about how bad it is. Just everything in the hive. And then she finally gets, and then Alice finally gets the antiviral, and the stupid thing where she just drops it on the ground and it immediately goes throughout the whole atmosphere, which isn't how that works at all. And then they tease that like she's gonna die, and you're like, oh wait, they could maybe slightly have a moment with this movie, and then she's fine.
It's his wife. They're not gonna kill his wife at the end of this fucking movie. I already knew that was happening.
But it was just like, she's like falls down with all the zombies who just comically collapse as they run towards her. But she like falls down, and it's like, oh wait, is she actually gonna like sacrifice herself and die? This might have something going on, and then she just gets back up.
I knew when they said if you release a T virus, you will also die. I immediately went, oh, that's bullshit. It's not gonna happen.
It's just an example. Like just like at every point where they could do anything that might like have any sort of impact, the movie is just like, nah, brah.
Like I thought when they showed old Mila Jovovich in the wheelchair from behind in the board meeting, I went, oh, that's an interesting twist, is that she is working with Umbrella to bring about, the rebirth of the New World or whatever stupid thing they were talking about. Then at the end, she wheels herself out and is like, Alice, I always believed in you, Alice. And I'm like, oh, so she's just always been inherently good, and that's stupid.
Well, like, okay, yeah, I mean, to be fair, the idea that the movie Alice was like the first clone is not awful on its face.
It's not a bad idea. I just think it would be more interesting if like Alice was created as a clone, but chose like a good path, where the original person was like, no, like we created you to like help us, kill the humans.
That's a good idea.
Kill the survivors.
I can deal with that.
Yeah, but that whole boardroom scene, it's so because it's the stupid like Darwinian stuff, and it's like, well, that doesn't make any sense, Umbrella. You're a corporation. You're not, and it's like what? What? You're gonna kill and whoever survives, you guys can what? If everyone's dead, you can't be a company because you have no one to make money off of because there's like.
Well, it's
Right.
the billionaires. It's the billionaires' dream. They'll just repopulate the Earth together.
But okay, I mentioned this before. They have clones. There's no need for any of this virus stuff. See, this is what's even more aggravating because at least in the games, the whole point of the virus is like we're trying to make bioweapons. There is a purpose. Here, whatever purpose they thought they had, they retconned away, and then they just work against it at every possible point.
Yeah. Again, I made this joke earlier. I'm going to make it again. This movie is like the first 5 movies didn't happen. Just listen to the retcon she gives you, and that's it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the movies you saw in theaters and enjoyed and have on DVD. Don't worry about those. Just worry about this idea that we now have.
I wouldn't even say the first 5 movies. I would honestly, someone said it earlier, but it's like how they're doing it. A lot of like the older the horror movie reboots, where it's like, oh yeah, only the first movie mattered. Don't worry about the rest of them.
And that's fine, like with Jason or certain stuff like that. But this did not. This is different.
In a series that you're supposed to have a linear story, yeah, no.
Yeah, Jason is just slasher films or do shit like that. Like you don't need to know. I mean, horror movies can't do it. Look at Saw. Saw does. I've seen 3 of the Saw so far, and they connect themselves. And from my understanding, per Ken, who won't hear this, they connect themselves very well, all 10. So it can be done.
Yeah,
One of these days I want to watch all of the Saw movies because, like, I watched the first 2 and they connect really well. From
3 does too.
From my memory, where it's just like, oh yeah, the first one with the guy and his thing, and then it's like his apprentice, and it's like, okay, cool, but that doesn't happen in this movie.
No,
yeah,
this movie retcons everything.
You say that, Mike, but wait till you get to where it's the 3rd clue that Jigsaw has left after his death. We're not talking about that movie. I will think it's funny. Nate, did you complain about the old lady twist?
Yes.
It's more just like it was a boring. It had, like I said, it had an idea, and I had an idea of like, oh, she's in the boardroom, so obviously, like, she's not a good person. Like, she's going to reveal herself to be just a billionaire asshole who is selfishly like releasing this virus.
Well, no,
you know what would have been a better. You know what? This movie is so bad. You want to know what would have been a better twist than what this movie did? If old,
make it?
Well, it just stopped.
Yeah.
It just does the Sopranos ending and fade. It goes black. But no, if it was old Mila Jovovich and she's just like, actually, Alice, this is all a simulation.
Oh,
that actually would have pissed me off.
I would have been so mad at that.
That would actually make me happy. It made more sense.
But like, yeah, it's just like I could have. It's like it would have been like a big. You know what? At that point, at the very least, at that point, she could have like said that and then just said "F you," and at least the movie would be honest. Like, it just turns out honestly.
So I have a whole list of gripes. One is that stupid fan section. Because Wesker is like, reverse the polarity. And the Red Queen does it. And then Ruby Rose gets sucked in. And, like, I'm assuming that the fan, like,
it also turns
stops the fan. Because, like, they definitely could have sucked in the rest of them. And he would have been fine.
And then the movie would have ended too soon.
So the fan stopped because one, Ruby Rose thankfully hit it. But also because there was power problems in the thing itself.
But then put that line in the movie at that point. Have Wesker bitch about it, going, "Damn power, something." Complain to the Red Queen, not just.
They actually did that 3 movies ago.
All he did was smug at the camera.
I killed Ruby Rose.
Okay. The whole thing where like Red Queen is like, I can't actually harm an Umbrella employee, and then old Alice goes, Wesker, you're fired. And it's just like the dumbest thing.
That was so stupid too.
Yeah,
I like that part.
I enjoyed that. I was like, that's pretty funny.
It's just immediately, and then I'm like, well, wait a minute. Like, I'm like, but that's not how firing people works. It's not like some boss just says you're fired, and then like the person immediately loses all of their access to everything.
They have an AI.
But you see,
the AI.
I haven't noticed how it works.
Everything instantly.
No, I happen to know this is how it works because as part of my job, I have to disable people when they're fired. And so
So you
like
took it personal.
it's just like was there some IT guy who was just like obsessively watching, be like, oh, she said it.
Yeah,
Yeah, the AI.
the AI. Yeah, the AI was waiting for her to
Stand by.
say it, so it would smash his leg into the fucking floor.
Okay,
That
that was
pissed me off so much.
that was one of the few good scenes of this movie.
I do
He
think
went
that's
out like
the
a
funniest
chump.
scene in this movie. It's funny.
Everyone's a chump in this movie.
Because getting shot in the face with 2 rocket launchers isn't going out like a chump.
It's actually not. He was holding on to the damn thing in the volcano while burning alive.
Wesker's not
dare
allowed
you
to have a fun death. That's his character flaw, honestly. I wanted to tell
So,
Nate
okay,
if
here's
it makes him feel better. They actually spoiled the old Alice twist on Instagram. Mila Jonovich herself spoiled it because like a week before the movie came out, she posted herself in full makeup as old Alice and went, "Hey guys, I'm in full old lady makeup. Spoiler, this isn't in the future."
I thought they only showed her face covered with prosthetics, not actually the old face.
I saw the whole old face
I didn't
and the
remember
wig.
seeing that, but it
Yeah.
was, since there was very little
and then-
context for me, I didn't really think of it as a spoiler.
and,
I was hoping
and
she'd be
also
mutated or something, not an old lady.
nope, because it turns out the Alice we followed for 6 movies is the clone.
Dun,
The
dun,
original.
dun.
And the
Another
original
bullshit way
Alice.
this could have ended. Another bullshit way this could have ended was like near the end where she's like all of a sudden the screen flashes white and it's Alice in the first movie waking up in the shower. She'd be like, "That was a weird dream."
That would have pissed off a lot of people,
Okay, hold
me
on.
included.
We should probably backtrack and talk about how they got into the hive and with the whole vehicle chase thing.
God. So there's a thing I need to bring up then, since we do need to talk about the vehicles, is that Mad Max Fury Road came out before this movie came out. And
that explains it.
Yeah, and one of the YouTubers like, I'm pretty sure he saw Mad Max and was, hey, I can do that too. No, you can't, Paul. Not. I've never seen Fury Road, but I'm sure it's better than this movie.
Definitely.
Fury Road is
Dude, you haven't seen
excellent.
Fury Road?
No, I've
But yeah, it
never
was.
seen
Yeah,
it.
I don't like the movie, but it's definitely better than this.
I mean, it doesn't take much to be better than this.
Is it ever explained why when he captures Alice, when Isaacs captures Alice the first time, and he's like, "Oh, put her out as bait." Like, why was he so curious as to what she knew and how she knew about the airborne virus? Like, who cares?
Also,
Didn't matter.
the world is destroyed at that point. Like,
Actually, you know what, Joe? Sierra defends this movie, and I hate it.
Yeah, I know.
It sucks.
It's great.
It makes me want to get this crap lasered off.
I think she likes the movie just to piss you off.
I
Probably.
said that when we were watching it. I was like, I love it just because it makes you mad.
Look, I have a quote.
That's a wife for you.
I have a quote
If
from
you
my
do the
husband,
same thing.
which is, "You're all a bunch of straight men. Mila Jovovich shat in the mother toilet and clogged it, slayeria everywhere, and she didn't wipe."
Oh, jeez.
I don't know what any of those words mean.
I don't keep it that way. Keep it that way.
Exactly.
Wow. But anyway, yeah, there's that.
Saray
there's
is
that-
laughing because she
Oh,
knows
what's
what
in
I'm
that
talking about.
shrimp that you're eating anyway, huh?
I'm a little drunk, don't worry.
Okay. I don't that's
But
what I
like-
was getting at.
But like, there's that chase scene, and if I recall, don't they just kind of like fall into the hive? I don't know. There's this whole
Something like
They
that,
call
yes.
it
They're being
Like-
chased by the
Yeah, with the dogs?
Cerberus, and they fall
Which
into
I think was an
big-ass
accidental
water
reference to
puddle,
the opening
they
of the first
swim
movie,
out,
or
and
first
they
game.
walk into the hive.
It was.
But like, cause this movie, I feel like every scene I saw, there was like, it feels like there's like a blank spot in my memory where something happened, and then like we talk about it, I'm like, no, this is the order of how things happened. There is no blank spot. It just this is how
It
this
just
movie
does.
goes.
Oh, I mentioned this in my opening. It's also a thing that happened in the movie. So when Alice shows up to the village, she's come across Dickhead Leaderman. If you look at Dickhead Leaderman, he has the very famous invented that year double-barreled 1911s, and he's dueling them.
Oh yeah, I saw
He
that.
wasn't the leader, but I do owe you $10, Joe.
He told you.
No, okay. I remember those because the guy has them, and I remember whenever they shoot them, the sound effect is like not correct.
It's a movie,
like,
that's why.
but like it's not even
Yeah.
like it's like it's like a stock sound effect that is just so completely wrong for what that is. Like it sounds like a cap gun.
It's okay. I also Mario can keep that $10 because he was also technically right. Totally forgot the Hydra was also in this movie for like one scene.
Was that the flying thing?
No,
No,
the
no,
triple barrel
triple-
shotgun.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Alice has that for a little
She
bit.
shoots it for like one person, I think, and that's it in the whole movie.
There's like because there's like one part where she has it for a bit,
Yeah.
and it's
For no reason.
it's
God, I
dumb.
hated this movie.
So
I did too.
they get to the hive and they get past the fans and they all get separated by like removing
Crawling through a
ground.
vent, and it flips them down.
So some of the vents go to nothing, but some of the vents go to lab.
Yeah.
Yeah, Claire gets
Okay.
put in a little like glass cell that she just breaks out of for no reason. Like why?
She takes
why do we do
the
this?
gunpowder out of a bullet and puts it on her boot and somehow lights it up.
Yeah,
I don't think that's how that works.
That is how that works, actually.
It is.
No, that
Like you do,
okay,
you
never tried
movie.
it.
Yeah. No, I just think of the weird slime creature they fight down there that looks kind of weird looking.
Oh, you mean
Yeah,
the
the
one who
one
went cut? We need to see it from the bullet's angle. We need to see it from the monster's point of view.
Wait,
and we need
hold
to
on,
see it
there
from
was a
Al's
slime
point of view,
monster?
all in the
Yeah.
same second.
That was the only thing I liked about this movie is that one original monster. And I like the POV reference it did to Resident Evil games.
Well,
where you see the
maybe
monster coming.
if they could find a way not to cut 20 times in 2 seconds, it might have been okay to watch.
Yeah.
So here's the big thing that we're gonna get to that I mentioned this in the past recording. We've all seen these. Ron, did you say you're the one that went through the whole movies?
Yeah, I watched all 6 of them for this.
So we're gonna get to a plot point to which I've said is an issue with these movies that Paul W.S. Anderson does not understand because he hasn't played the games. Every single one of these movies, ironically, except for 3, where it's also the same character, Paul W.S. Anderson does not understand that your final boss for the movie and the games has to be a monster. He gets in 1, technically he fight Nemesis in 2, and then in 3 you fight a tyrant knockoff. But he does not understand. Do not have some guy in a suit as your final antagonist for these fucking movies. He
Wesker's
is
fine in
fucked up.
5, right? It was 5 or was it 4?
Yeah,
Which
Wesker.
one?
Yeah, I guess Wesker
4.
counts. I guess.
Wesker's fine in 4. He started to drop
Yeah.
the ball, and I don't remember what the end of 5 when we watched that this year.
They were at Washington, D.C. They didn't fight.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
oh
but
yeah,
it was
oh yeah,
the
oh yeah.
double
The fight with
It was Michelle
Wesker.
Rodriguez in 5.
Oh yeah, she fights Michelle
There you
Rodriguez.
go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
kind of a
yeah,
tyrant.
yeah. Because the fight with Wesker is 4.
Afterlife.
Yeah, which that entire movie has so much impact that the most important part of it is the beginning of the 5th movie, where they're all on the ship
But
shooting.
either way, I think I'm not mad about the laser sequence being the final segment because this movie invented that sequence and continues to live on in the games, which is why I'm fine with it.
But okay. That sequence, like that sequence, I was like, this is not the worst thing ever. That's the bar it managed to clear.
Also, have we not made a John Wick movie where he fights zombies or where a John Wick person fights zombies? Why has no one made that into a franchise yet?
Train to Busan.
Hmm.
Or something like that.
No,
Train to
Train to
Busan's not it.
Busan
No,
is
Train to
not
Busan's a
that.
regular zombie
There's
movie.
a movie. No, it's a different movie. I have to look it up, but it's a different movie where everyone's being infected, and there's this guy. Asian. It's like a Korean or Indonesian movie where he's basically John Wick, just Indonesian.
Oh, hey, don't
And-
forget the Asian guy in this movie for no reason.
Yeah, he sucks.
Oh, the guy
You're
that's
wasn't
close,
Barry.
but you're not too bright.
the
Yeah,
guy that's like the second number 2.
Yeah, that also doesn't speak English because I watched behind the scenes and he was just speaking Chinese or Japanese. I feel bad that he was in this movie. Like, at least he got paid, but it's like, man, they just put why are you here? Like, go be in a good movie.
That's
At least
crazy,
he got paid.
actually.
At least
Hopefully he
got
went on to
paid.
better things.
I mean, he's fine.
That's
It just doesn't make sense why he's in this movie from a character standpoint or any standpoint. Like, and then they like the whole idea of dragging someone behind the train. Like, people are going to die, but I guess the idea that to bring on the zombies, you literally
Oh.
could just have a person tied to
yeah.
the back of your,
Oh
thing.
yeah, oh yeah, making them run behind the train as a way of like torturing and then killing them, which I think is there purely because they thought it looked cool.
No, because he
Yeah.
saw Fury Road. I believe that.
It's been a while
Right.
since I've seen Fury.
I've never seen Fury Road.
no,
but
yeah, it's
No, he's right.
that's the opening of Fury Road. So
Oh,
okay,
did not know that.
okay, Paul W.S. Anderson at the very least saw I think the first 20 minutes of Fury Road.
Listen, the only defendable thing about this movie is that half of this plot is in the latest Resident Evil game, and that's it. That's the only defendable thing.
Yeah, it's really weird that we stole from
Yeah, but
this.
Requiem did it better.
Yes, exactly.
Did it though?
Just like the laser scene.
I'll say it before and I'll say it again. Requiem should have been a bigger game, but we'll get into that whenever someone talks to me
9?
about it. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
Okay,
man.
9. I don't. We're doing 7 this year for sure, and I'm gonna try to do remake a 4 and 8 next year. Is my goal.
Whenever that
I
game
want to be
becomes-
on all of those, especially 9.
Me
I
too.
love RE9.
Yep.
Well,
Whenever Requiem comes out for $20, I will buy it for Mike for $20. Someone remind me.
I love Requiem. I think it's great. But Requiem is also a game that, like, at least to me, it's a game that it's like it's finally a series going, all this baggage, we're done with it. We're done with it. Stop.
Great cutaway. Meanwhile, this movie ends where Alice saves the day, and they still might make more movies. Maybe.
No.
Oh yeah.
This whole series,
I
thankfully,
mean, there's still a cliffhanger, which is stupid. Because the
I
whole
will admit
point
the
was,
cliffhanger is
we're
stupid.
releasing it, and the antivirus is spread in the air. Oh, I guess I have more work to do riding away on a BMW motorcycle, which I like the motorcycle,
Hold it.
but the ending was stupid.
Hold
what
it.
did you expect? The whole movie was dumb. They couldn't make
Wait,
the ending good.
I still
If
haven't
the-
heard Joe actually defending this movie, only saying what he likes about this movie.
I want to say something. If the virus
Please.
got out into the world and it's supposed to kill all the stuff that's infected, why is that flying thing still alive?
Don't worry
Because
about
It
it.
has to
takes a
travel on
while.
the wind.
She does say at the end it's supposed to take a while to kill everything.
So
Yeah,
then
'cause that's not how that would
humans
work.
will die.
I mean, it would work in the 20, 30 feet around her. I can buy that, but everything else, no, does not work that way. If COVID was that way, we'd all be infected. We
Well,
weren't.
okay. If COVID worked the way it worked, the like the way the antiviral cure worked in this movie, everyone would have been infected in 3 hours. And then, and also it literally would have been they got infected, and then a few minutes later just fell over dead.
That was a wild time.
I went to work every day.
Death Island did this plot better.
Okay, that's a
I fell
good
asleep during that
movie.
movie.
That
And
is
it's still a
good.
better movie.
But they still did it better with the airborne
Probably.
antivirus that Rebecca makes.
Plus, it has Jill.
As everyone.
Yeah.
And
Not my favorite
Leon,
version of
and
Bill.
Nicole,
Still.
and Rebecca, and Chris. Whereas none of them were in this one except for one. Clara, she doesn't do shit.
Yeah, but that's an animated
hold up.
movie, and Anderson wasn't involved.
Here's another complaint. Doc's the bad guy because he's the only one that's still alive. What if it was Claire who was next to her and she ended up being the bad guy? Or what if she was wrong and he had no ammo to shoot at Isaacs or Wesker?
Yeah,
Don't
that
worry
was
about
awful
it.
dumb. Yeah, you was right. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
It was stupid.
The movie is stupid.
Yes, I agree. Joe, is this movie stupid?
No, that's fine.
You such a liar. I still
I've
haven't heard you
seen-
defend it.
I defend it. Wesker's death is fine. I think this is a great ending to. Well, I was gonna get to that whenever we get to the final thought, or where we're gonna stack it or whatever.
There.
So.
Okay. So I do have another complaint, or not complaint. This is the one thing that made me laugh in this movie is that somehow this movie predicted 2026. This early in this movie, she's at the Washington Monument, and it's all full of algae and has undead climbing out of it. It's like, hey, they predicted the future.
Mike,
Yeah.
that's not happening tomorrow in the news. Who the fuck just died in the news?
Mitch McConnell's not dead. He's
Mitch
fine.
McConnell rises from
He's
the fucking reflecting
fine.
pool.
He just can't come to office, but we're still going to keep his seat and keep paying him, but he's just fine. Don't worry about him. Don't ask him any questions.
Question.
Remember,
what if-
everybody's talked to him for 20 minutes. Everybody's 20 minutes. They said they talked to him, which is possible. You can talk to a dead body. They can talk back. You can talk to a dead body.
How do we also know that none of those Umbrella personnel were innocent? Because there was a whole freaking reference to Resident Evil 5 with all the freaking popsicle tube people. What if some of them were kids or innocent?
They work for
Also-
the Corporation of
also-
Evil. So
Also,
they're
if
evil.
you have the ability to make viruses that cure people of needing to be in a wheelchair, why would you put someone who needs to be in a wheelchair in one of those things?
Well, she's only 26.
The old lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, she rapidly aged.
Oh, but still, why would you put her in there?
Because
Oh, wait, no.
she's technically one of the.
She's a
the big
co-founder, isn't
shareholders.
she?
Yeah.
No, she's one of the main shareholders.
Yeah, I just think the dumbest reason why, and I was
What-
correct.
What are you talking about? The guy who adopted her is a fucking asshole. He probably thought it'd be funny to put her in a tube, freeze
The whole
her, and then put the
Trinity-
wheelchair.
No, my favorite thing about this movie, besides Ruby Rose dying, is Isaac's line. Oh, look what we have here. The Holy Trinity of bitches. I love
Holy
that.
Trinity of bitches is the best
love
moment.
Okay,
It's
that
the
was kind of
best
funny.
line. It's the best line this whole movie, so much that when we went home, my husband changed the Wi-Fi to that name.
Nice.
Is it still that name?
Best line.
No, sadly, it's not.
Aw,
Tell him he failed.
that reminds me, random thing. I once found a Wi-Fi name in public called Pretty Fly for Wi-Fi.
That's a good one.
Nice. Hold on.
Ah,
Also,
My
how
Wi-Fi.
is
this is gonna shock
Kaplan's name?
everybody, but my Wi-Fi is gains my mom phone.
Listen,
It is.
Can we?
Hold up.
Can
really quick.
okay, go.
How is Kaplan's bag still there, full of ammo, when they were last there in the first movie? There was no ammo at all whatsoever left over. And secondly, why wasn't I get the corpses of the first team not being there in the laser hall? I get that, but she did find a bag in that hallway too. Shouldn't that
You
have
talking
been
about this
shredded
movie?
up by the lasers?
Oh,
Yeah, they had to have an ammo drop for her so she could be ready for the final boss.
It was so stupid.
So she could be
I-
ready to fist fight him. And those stupid cutaway things. Okay, so I was very lazy and did not rewind. But if I recall, there's 2 times in which she does like a sleight of hand where the movie cuts back to it. But I'm pretty sure she never actually does those motions in the movie. Aside
No,
from
she
the
doesn't.
because I remember the second one where she plants the grenade on Dr. Isaacs, and I was watching it because the fight was somewhat interesting, and I was like, wait, she at no point made those motions to plant that grenade on him.
Same thing with taking the ammo out of the magazine.
Yeah, like it's just like, wait, she didn't do that. It was just like, but then that whole grenade thing is actually comical because he pulls it out and then just stands there with it, and it's like, why don't you just throw it, dude?
Because
So-
the script said you get blown up now.
I
mean,
mean,
He didn't pull it out.
he had
He just
time to
throw- he just
think
throw
about it,
it
order a
with
pizza,
this.
and wait for the pizza to come, and then pull out the grenade.
How did his predictive software not see that one coming?
oh, I
Oh,
Oh yeah.
That's,
Oh, yeah.
that's what I want to
hold
complain
on.
about.
I can answer that actually. He cannot predict things he can't see. Because if you rewatch that fight, the only time Alice actually gets a one up on him is when he's distracted or he's not looking. So that's how she wins that fight because he's so focused on looking at the lasers he does not see her put a grenade in his pocket. So I will
Well,
actually
also-
defend that fight.
The antivirus is in the other jacket pocket. I don't know if you know this. Grenades don't selectively go, okay, I'm just going to burn a hole on this side. I'm not going to worry
Oh,
about
also-
the other
Also, yeah,
12 inches away.
that grenade explosion. It's like, so if a grenade exploded like that, it would be completely ineffective because a real grenade would have like liquefied the entire side of his body. This one just basically like takes a chunk out of his stomach.
Maybe
Hold on.
with clothes.
I'll admit it's a really silly death because it kind of pops like a firework and he goes, "Ugh," and he just kind of like
He didn't
leans forward.
die. Remember, he had the,
Yeah,
the life
he
support
did.
system embedded in him.
Yeah, he
He
has not
lives
died.
and then
He
gets
goes back
stabbed.
up. Yeah, he gets stabbed
And
by
then-
his own clone.
And then is Alice like just doesn't have 3 fingers now? I forget.
Yep, she has no
Yes.
more fingers, no more.
Yep.
You can get a hidden blade now for the next movie.
And then the stupid thing when she throws the virus down. Oh, I'm just gonna faint. She didn't have the T virus in her body anymore, so why the hell would she faint?
She was tired. She did a lot of work
Yeah.
picking up these 6
You
movies.
know,
Because they
we were,
keep saying that the antivirus would kill her.
we were talking about that. That's
Yeah.
actually a really good point. If Wesker tricked
Like,
her
well,
and
maybe I'll hit the ground now.
virus back into her, why would the antivirus affect her?
Don't worry about it.
I never thought about that. I'm not worrying
How many
about
times
it.
has that phrase
But
been
they
said about-
I have
also
not bitched this much about a movie in a while.
they
Yeah.
also couldn't tell her that she wouldn't die because they had to know that she would make the ultimate sacrifice.
That is
Dumb.
fucking stupid.
Fuck out
Yes.
of here.
Everything with this
Again,
movie
The
is
holy
stupid.
trinity of bitches, they're all the same person with the same stubbornness. They know she wouldn't freaking turn evil. None of the clones turned evil.
No, the real
Alice didn't
bitches are
want
the
to
people that
fight
pay to see this
herself.
movie.
I would have loved to have seen Alice fight Alice.
Wasted opportunity to not have the bad guy for the movie just be like the original Alice clone. I actually would have enjoyed that a little bit more.
Yes, I mean she had the fake prosthetics, like except for the old lady thing, which I think was stupid when she first
is.
showed her having prosthetic stuff on her face, like on Instagram. I was hoping there'd be some kind of mutation for her, or there would be an evil
Or-
Alice. I would have rather watched that than
Yeah, or
old lady
how about-
Alice.
Or how about this? You have no Dr. Isaacs original. You just have Alice be the original, and she shows up, and then she's like, yeah, we cloned you to make you evil, and then you weren't evil, and we kept trying to make an evil one of you again. Like, you don't even need the Dr. Isaacs character.
Yeah, but
I-
he said yes to come back for a paycheck. So
Yeah, I think they were looking
Better
for
yet.
people to come back. I think is what it
Or
was.
better yet, because they like doing stupid shit with the names. For Alice, Alicia, okay, just say she's actually Alexia Ashford instead of saying she's Alicia Marcus.
But then you couldn't have the daughter from, Paul Anderson's daughter just in the movie for no reason.
If she's based on the original Ashford person, they could have said, "Oh, I'm somehow related to her." That's all they had to say.
But you have to remember, Mario, you act like this movie had 5 other movies that took place before this that were supposed to be connected. It weren't. Remember, she recapped the beginning of the new canon, and then you get this movie.
That's also.
So if you think like maybe 15 years from now, if the daughter has her own kid, Paul Anderson will rise up from retirement and like squeeze out one more Resident Evil movie with that daughter.
I hope so.
I think
He'll
that
do-
he's
he'll
getting
do
many more movies
Resident-
after his bombs he's had. So
He'll be like Resident Evil extra special or something.
Oh no, you're
Resident Evil
you're-
Generations.
Yeah, there
No,
you go.
You're
Resident
super,
Evil, just kidding. It wasn't the final chapter.
you're super wrong too.
The
By the
final
way,
chapter
Mike.
for reals.
what?
Paul W.S. Anderson has a movie coming out this year where Mila Jovovich is just John Wick.
Man, does he make any
What?
movies without her?
No,
I mean,
That's part of
I
their,
mean-
their family therapy or whatever.
yeah, I mean, okay. Also, to be fair, it is Mila Jovovich. If you were married to her and you could show her off and get paid to do it,
Oh, I would too.
thank you, thank you.
You know what?
I
Could
appreciate
dress
that.
up in
I
boots
agree.
and a whole leather gear.
Yeah,
100%, I'd be doing it too.
and clearly she's fine with it because she gets paid too. So you know what? I'm not that particular part of it. I am not gonna fault him for doing because end of the day, it is still Mila Jovovich, so it's
She's
fine.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
I will never say she's not. I like her. I don't have an issue with her in these movies. I don't have an issue with her. I don't think any movie that I've seen of hers. I just have an issue with really just this movie in particular.
Listen. He made one good movie. You know what it was? It was Event Horizon.
He made a
That's
couple.
it.
He made
No.
Mortal Kombat 1 also.
That wasn't that good. It was cheesy.
First one's
It was
good.
90s cheesy. Yes, I didn't say it
No,
was bad.
I will
But Event
I will
Horizon
defend
was
that
so
movie
much better.
just because it came
I
out
will-
on my birthday.
I haven't seen it
I love
in
her.
years, but I will defend it.
I love Event Horizon. It's the reason why Dead Space exists.
Yes,
Then Horizon, I need to rewatch. I've not seen it. In a while.
I've never
But
seen that.
you
It's
should.
good from what I remember.
Go watch it
Sam
right
Neill.
now.
After
So.
this, Tony, just go watch it.
Just go watch it right now.
Fantastic.
Go watch it right now.
Is it streaming anywhere?
It's on
Don't
HBO
know.
Max, I think.
I own it. I know that. I own it on Amazon.
I don't have Max.
Prime,
Checking. Hang on.
but You don't need Max. I only have Max because my wife won't let me get rid of it.
Oh,
I
no,
Paramount
it's
Prime.
It's on Prime, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, with their
Oh,
subscription or paid?
It's subscription.
Everything's on Prime almost. It's
Right
just
now,
I
not-
got
you would need MGM Plus.
Oh, that's not
I got
Prime. That's
Prime.
something. Okay.
Oh.
Well, if you get the chance, watch it. It's a good movie from what I vaguely remember and have heard people tell me. So, all right. Anything else to say about this shitty movie?
Now,
It's shitty.
Eh.
Yes, I unfortunately
Yes.
now know that, and I
Yes.
want to go back to the world where I was excited for this movie to come out and never saw it. It's like I'm going to get to that one day. I want to go back. Take
You know,
me
looking
back
back-
to where I never knew how bad this movie could really be. There you go.
I would
Looking
much rather
looking
watch
back,
Welcome
I
to
was
My
only
Country
excited
than
for the first 2 movies, especially the second movie. And then when I saw the trailer for Extinction, wait, that was the third movie, right?
That's the third
Yes.
movie. Yes.
The titles of these are confusing to me. So yeah, when
They're
I saw
dumb.
that
Yeah,
trailer,
you.
I'm like, what is this? Like, and then I just from then on out, I'm like, I got a bad feeling about this. And even leading up to when the third movie came out, I'm like, yeah, this is not. I don't want to admit it. This looks bad. And then and I was right. And then after each movie after that, I'm just like, oh boy. And then finally, I think at this point, I'm just like, all right, let's just get this over with. My sister's at least giving me a ride to go see it.
Next, Welcome to Raccoon City.
Yeah,
This
that
movie,
that Ken will show up for.
Yay!
He likes that movie. What were you
this
saying, Nate?
movie came out 3 days after Resident Evil 7. So imagine playing Resident Evil 7 and going, "Oh my god, we're so back with Resident Evil. Oh my god." And then going to see this movie and going, "Oh my god, they
No,
fucked it
okay.
up so bad."
No one who was playing Resident Evil 7 at that time was even paying attention to these movies.
Wrong.
I know.
See
I
Tony's
knew better.
comment
I was one of the.
earlier.
Mhm.
I know
Which
because
one?
because
Oh,
I
yeah.
played Resident Evil 7 when it came out, and I was like, "Oh, this game's really cool." This is basically like they decided to redo RE1 and make it really neat and grindhousey. And I remember at no point did I ever even think about the Resident Evil movies. In fact, I thought they had wrapped up years prior.
Surprise!
I didn't even know this movie released.
Hold up. So no offense. My take on that is both this movie and 7 deserve each other. Because I hate
All right,
7.
Mario's been disconnected from the podcast, never to be seen again. We are
Yeah,
sorry for the
jeez.
technical difficulties.
Excuse me?
I hope you're on Resident Evil 7.
You don't like
Mario,
7?
Oh, I'm going
and
to
then
be.
you
I'm
play
going to
He
be.
does not know.
You go, oh my god,
Oh,
I've been so wrong.
I've
about
played it
this
once.
game.
I'm only going to play it again just for this show.
You're gonna love
Yeah,
that.
please do.
Yeah, RE7's pretty good actually.
Yeah.
I played like 80% of that game through VR when I actually had a PSVR at the time when it came out.
See, I played it.
How
on
many
VR.
times did you piss yourself?
I came close.
I've seen that game, and I can't imagine that game in VR. Like, I'm not being a dick. I'm like, that game looks fucking terrifying in VR.
It is.
I will
I
take
no
one
thank you.
One I didn't want. I will never touch in VR is Village.
I
Just
look
'cause, like-
forward to playing Village.
I
I've never
feel like
gotten around to
I
it.
feel like
See, I
Village
actually
in
like
VR
Village.
would. I feel like Village in VR would just like would be like, this is how you find out if you have motion sickness or not.
Yeah.
No, I take that back. I'll play Village in VR just for Lady Dimitri, just for that part, and then after that, okay, go back to normal.
Hey,
I said it.
you're not the
Anyway.
only one.
Anyway, back to this movie. I
Oh,
guess
that makes it more interesting.
just to show our interest in this movie, we decided to start talking about the Resident Evil games instead. Yeah, this movie's still pretty bad.
Can you imagine if they actually made Alice a game character?
They
I'd be okay with
reference her. They do a reference to her costume from a little bit of mixture of Afterlife and Retribution for Jill in the Resident Evil Resistance game, in the online game. Like Jill has
and then
an
also-
Alice-esque cosmetic.
But then also, I just remembered Grace in Requiem for like the DLC. She has an apocalypse outfit, which is like resemblant
It's
of
yeah.
the third movie's outfit. But no, I'm just saying, like, what if like they straight up put Alice in one of a game or like a next game or something like that, or they just like officially
I
add
wouldn't
her into
mind.
the game canon or
Just
something.
find her body in a dumpster on fire right there. I agree.
No,
I
no,
like Alice.
no, no. You know what? Here's the twist, guys. Because remember when everyone was all in a kerfluffle about how Leon took off his gloves at the end of RE9 and he had a wedding ring?
Oh, don't you dare.
Hey,
Guess
no.
who his
Spoilers.
wife is?
Don't you put
Alice
that black
is
on us.
but still, I don't want to go too much into 9, please.
The best way to do Alice in the Resident Evil game would be the same way Skyrim made fun of Assassin's Creed. Oh, look, there's a body in that wheelbarrow over there full of hay.
Oh,
I'd be okay with that then. All right, I think any last thing to say?
Burn it.
Okay, so we'll go to Shelf Stacker Box, and we're also going to rank the series, where what order you would rank them. I'm going to go first. This movie's going to go in the box because this movie is hot trash, and it sucks that I think that way. But this movie is hot trash. So box rank order from worst to best: 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 being the best. Yeah, that's me. Joe.
This is going on the shelf. I love all these movies. All these movies are already on my shelf. I like the whole clone twist. I like Wesker dying like a punk bitch. I think I want to say 60% of this movie is pretty decent, as I say, because there are some pretty dumb fucking moments in this movie as well. But also, like I said, it's a product of its time. You're at the end of a franchise. At this point, you need to end it because I'm pretty sure you want to reboot the series as well, which we've done 3 times. So who has a 6-movie franchise and who doesn't? Welcome to Raccoon City and Netflix. So go eat that shit. And if I have to rank them, it would probably be 5, 4, 3, 6, 1, 2.
2 is
From
your
wor-
favorite?
from worst to best. 5, 4, 3, 6, 1, 2.
Okay. Actually, I want to rechange my order because I just thought about it more.
Why are you ranking from worst to best?
Because that's how we want to. I started it. So mine 6, 4, 5, 3, 5, 2, 1. There we go. All right.
Yeah, okay. Fine. Bet my best to worst. 2, 1, 6, 3, 4, 5. There.
Ron.
I'm
you
getting
go.
mixed up.
Oh,
No, don't worry.
this is going right in the box. This movie is atrocious. In fact, as a counterpoint, I would have rather had to fix my car again rather than watch this movie again. That is how bad this movie is. As for ranking all of the movies, oh jeez, I'm gonna go from best to worst. I'm gonna say 2, 1, 3, and then 4, 6, and 5. Yeah, I think that's my order. Just because Retribution is worse because it's so goddamn boring. There's at least a couple moments in Final Chapter, as bad as it is. But if you ever had to ask me to choose between Retribution or Final Chapter, I would first be upset that you're having me have to choose between just two piles of crap. But if I had
Gun
to
to your
choose,
head. Gun to your head.
I'd probably.
He's like, I'm done.
I feel like I would just be like, is pulling the trigger an option? And
And Nate. Oh, sorry. You still going?
no, I'm done.
No, he was gonna choose.
I did.
He chose the gun. Pretty sure. Chose the hypothetical gun.
Wow. Real Sophie's choice over here. Huh?
Listen. If I was in a room with Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 and a gun with 2 bullets, I'd shoot myself twice. Okay.
Oh yeah. I would put this movie in the box. They made it worse than 5. It's
Yeah.
like the action in 5 was so uninteresting, and then they said, how do we make action interesting? Oh yeah, the Bourne Identity had a lot of cuts during its fights, and that looked cool, but they did it so bad, and they did it with everything in this movie. And I'm not a guy who complains about like film technique when I'm watching a movie, or even thinks about like, oh, this is like a cool shot. I'm just like, oh, that was a good movie. But this movie sucked.
Sure.
And if I was ranking them worst to best, I think I would rate 4 as the worst, because I guess I've seen that movie, but I don't remember shit about it.
That's fair.
Good movie.
Like I said, the best part of 4 happens at the beginning of 5.
Yeah, like when I watched 5, I went, "Oh yeah, I do remember this," and I was
And
like,
then it's
"Wait a
not. And
second."
then you watch 4. That part is not actually in 4. 4 ends just before that scene happens.
That's crazy. So 4 sucks. That's the worst. 5, 6, and then no, yeah, I guess 4, 5, 6, 4, 6, 5. Who cares? 2 and 1. 1 is my absolute favorite, but 2 is right up there because it's just so cool.
I think 2 is like the best Resident Evil movie ever. Like,
It's-
2 is really good. I like 1 a lot.
It's got the Code Veronica opening scene, but with Mila Jovovich in it, and
I've seen-
that's cool to me.
Well, and like
Hardcore fans would actually be upset about that.
well,
Yeah,
I'm in a group full of them, or was.
I love,
like-
I love.
like,
Are you not in that
Hardcore
group
fans.
anymore?
Oh, wait,
no,
I am.
no,
I'm
like-
not a moderator anymore.
Oh, okay.
like I could switch between 2 and 1 on any given day, just because as a movie, I think 1 is a better movie, but 2 does have a lot of fun action. And you know what? The Nemesis is at least fairly true to how he looks in RE3 and kind of acts the same, and it leads to just some fun fights. So
Until he
it's like,
grows a heart.
well, that's besides the point. It's just depending on the day, I could switch those two.
Same.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And Tony.
Growing up is realizing that these movies are not good. So what
Fair.
we got Shelf Stacker Box. With your blessing, I'd like to create a new tier. Garbage.
Yes,
people have
thank
made
you.
that
I was
joke
going to say the
before.
same thing.
A lot of times.
If not, I just call it Tony's garbage can, which I'm putting this movie there. I mean, yeah, I had some fun times watching these movies overall, but I think I'm ready to move on. Not fully though, because in terms of ranking, I will go 6, 5, 3, 4, 1, 2 from worst to best. In fact, but from here on out, I'm only acknowledging the first 2 movies because I don't think I can't recall the last time I was like super hyped for a movie like Apocalypse was. In fact, I'm just now remembering this, and where there was I don't know if this happened everywhere, but there's a newspaper in Arizona called the Arizona Republic, and they actually had a section or like a couple of pages like that was supposed to be like a Raccoon City newspaper, and I wish I
Aw.
had this, but I lost it at some point. And it actually had the news article talking about Jill Valentine getting suspended and whatever, and like she was like a
That's
top officer, and then
cool.
other stuff going on.
Oh, that's sick.
Going on through the movie, and like other stuff related to that movie and stuff. And so I was just like mad hyped for those first 2 movies, but the second one especially. But after that, everything was just kind of a letdown, even though I did have some fun times here and there. But yeah, ready to just put this series to rest.
Okay.
Or at least like
And
4 out of the 6 movies.
Mario.
So I'm gonna put this final chapter also in Tony's trash can because I'm not
cool.
tainting my trash can with this bullshit. Ranking, obviously this one's dead last. Then it's Retribution, and then it's Extinction, the desert one. Then it's Afterlife because I actually liked Afterlife because
Same.
it had Wesker back in it, even though he was also in Extinction. Plus, they also had the Axeman in there, and they did the Resident Evil 5 fight. And then it would be 2 because, yes, Nemesis. It was fun. It was a stupid, campy movie. It was great. Plus, GTA motherfuckers, what LJ says.
Okay.
And then number 1 for my top one because, like I've said before, if you go headcanon-wise, if you actually looked into it, the first Resident Evil movie was supposed to be a prequel to the games originally.
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, it was supposed to be how the zombies got out into the mansion.
That would be cool.
I remember
if they stuck
vaguely
with that.
something like that.
Like that was like I keep it like that in my head canon because it to me first one as a prequel movie to the games would have been fantastic. But then they went their own route, which yes, the series itself did have some nice moments, except for the last 2 movies. Yeah. That's my ranking. It's 6, so it's 6, 5, 3, 4, 2, 1.
All right. We did it, guys. We completed the live-action Mila Jonovich series over the course of 6 years.
Hell of a time for me to have joined.
None of the same people
The
were
last
in the
2
first
movies.
one that were on this episode.
Hey,
I think I did the first one even before me and Joe met. Pretty
if
sure.
it's all fair,
I actually just
since the
listened.
first one came out.
I just listened to the first movie like a couple weeks ago. The comment or your guys' episode on it. Yeah, good shit. I've been slowly getting episodes like recommended to me through YouTube's algorithm thing, and
It's awesome.
if it's something I'm interested in, I'll like check it out. Otherwise, I'll dig through the playlists and check out the older episodes.
I mean, there's over 1,000.
Ironically, the first episode of What My Mom Found I heard was the Resident Evil one.
I found the
Which one?
podcast through Spotify first, and the first episode on there, I don't know if it was the actual first episode of this show, but I was like Super Metroid.
Yeah, that's the first episode.
Oh, okay. And yeah, like I think there was a big chunk missing because like I just kind of like blew through those, but like I only listened to the episodes of games and shows and movies that I actually liked or whatever.
There was a bunch missing on Spotify. I had to go to Podbean to listen to the other ones.
Yeah, I'll still occasionally listen to like the old stuff, but yeah.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed all. Yeah, I will always take the like on the back. Doesn't upset me. All right, then we should go to plugs. And Tony, do you have anything to plug still? I know you had a Discord before.
Oh, geez, I'm the first one. I was not expecting that. Yeah, if you want to hear me and other people talk about the good parts of Resident Evil, which we won't be talking about the movies probably, the Discord server Resident Evil Family, run by my good friend Amanda. There's also the Facebook group Resident Evil World, which I think just reached 1,000 members. Nice. And that's a fun time as well.
Mario.
You can find me on Spotify at Bias Gaming and also on Facebook under Bias Gaming Media and Cosplay. And you can also see me talking smack about this movie on Get Home On podcast.
The one you listen to right now. Right? Nate.
Hello, you can find me on Blue Sky at Pallet Jackson Games. And yeah, you can find me there.
Right.
Nice.
Ron, you don't have anything to plug, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, that works. And then we should, I guess I'll do my
Ron wants to plug his GoFundMe for the therapy he's going to need after watching all 6 films in one weekend.
Oh, jeez. I have to set that up. I mean, I could probably get at least a couple 100,000, right? Just post it everywhere. I need help.
I need help. I made a decision and watched all these movies. Help me.
It's the worst.
I've watched worse movies.
Okay, I've watched worse movies, but a lot of movies that are worse than this, I can have fun and laugh at while I'm watching. Like this movie, it's the worst kind of bad because I can't even laugh at how bad it is.
You can't even have it playing in the background. That's how bad it is.
It's not like The Room where you can just watch it with a group of people and laugh at it and have fun.
Yeah, like The Room. Well, okay, I've mentioned this before, but there's a movie called After Last Season, which holy hell is that movie just... It's probably the worst movie ever made, but it's fascinating to watch because it's so poorly made. Imagine if someone had a budget of approximately $10 to make a movie. And that's
I've got you beat on a worst movie ever, which is a zombie-ass Toy of the Dead, a zombie movie where Tokyo gets taken over by zombies, and the only way to fight them are schoolgirls who fart in their faces. So
where do you find this garbage?
That was on Netflix, sir.
This better not like
now. You know what? I'm moving on. I don't have to plug anything.
Okay.
What was that called again? Just so I can avoid.
Yeah.
Toy of the Dead. Yeah, it was on Netflix at one point, and I'm not allowed to pick a movie anymore because of that movie. So
Good job. Chris Hudson. All right. And if you enjoyed this episode, there are 1,000 other episodes of this podcast. We do movies, TV shows, video games, comics, all sorts of content. If you want to hear our other Resident Evil content, it will be in the show notes. You'll see a link to all that. So check all that out. If you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon. Hello, dog. Vote in our Patreon poll. We have 2 polls a month, plus you get the episodes early for that $1. So you don't have to wait the month that other people will. This will come out sooner as soon as I finish editing this garbage.
Wait, really
And you
quick,
can hear
Mike,
us bitch.
did you not ask questions around Facebook this time?
Not for movies, I don't. Only games.
Oh, damn it.
I tried,
I
and
heard a Sierra in the
nobody
background.
like really.
He heard you.
I like posted about it in one of the Resident Evil groups, and
Wait, hang on.
nobody
Really
said
quick.
anything.
Sierra, how would you rank these movies? It's important. You need the wife's perspective. The Resident Evil movies. Like 6 through 1. Like 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like the movies in the series.
Oh,
Best, worst, and best.
I remember all of them half the time.
Damn it.
Like I do like these movies, but not enough to like really remember which is which.
I feel
So,
it.
yeah.
That's a good thing. Keep it that way, Sierra.
Ron watched
Make
all
the
the movies
memory.
this weekend.
I don't want to
No.
talk about it.
You love her, you told me.
Just watch
Don't make her do
Christmas
that.
again,
No, don't make her suffer.
Sorry.
All right. Back to what I was saying. So if you donate $10 or more, we'll plug your podcast or YouTube every episode I make during that month, which I make a shit ton. Like these lovely people, Phoebe Stanton, the Let's Play Princess on YouTube, and Zach at Absolutely the Best Podcast, A Work in Progress. They talk about MCU movies and Alien franchise. Then I plug Phoebe's Nerds of Broadcast podcast. Check her out. And then also check out Gamer Looks at 40 of Bill Tucker. He talks about and his new podcast, Carrying My Cross. And also make sure you check out or give a shout out to my awesome intro and outro, her is Helena at Hell Has Free. You can follow her on TikTok and Instagram. And please join our Discord. If you want to be in the show and just things for the show, join the Discord. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only. And rate and review us wherever you get your podcast. I think that's everything I need to say. So we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Yay! Bye. It's over.
uh,
Thank God.